Hello there, Raj Misain here from dampreneurs.com in collaboration with Eeva Parent Services or evatech.com. So it's a budget day in India. While the budget speeches usually follow a similar pattern every single year, this year feels different. If I had to sum up the budget in one word, it would be pivot. There's a shift, and India is facing challenges globally. We know for the fact that even though the world's fastest growing major economy is India's right now, its growth rate has dropped below 7%. There is job crisis as always. Inflation is rising and investment opportunities are falling. And on top of that, with Donald Trump making a return in the US, the global trade dynamics are shifting. And the world economy is looking weaker. So how can India keep growing in this tough environment? The government is changing its priorities to kickstart growth. That means fewer big projects and more focus on the middle class, the people who need help the most. This is a back to the basics budget with a fresh approach and new priorities. So let's break down the top highlights. Number one, tax break for the middle class. If you earn less than 12 lakhs, around $14,000 in a year, you won't have to pay income tax. That's like a big win for the middle class. So for those who choose the new tax period or new tax regime, the tax-free income limit has been increased from 7 lakh to 12 lakh. Some exemptions have also been raised. And number two, income tax laws overhaul. There's a new income tax bill coming next week. The new bill will be simpler, with 60% fewer pages and less complicated language. The goal is to reduce tax confusion and lawsuits. Number three, startup funding. The government is giving 10,000 crores to help startups. This will go into a fund that's already helped over 1,100 startups since 2016. Indian startups, especially in tech, have been struggling, and this funding could give them a boost. Number four, AI Center for Excellence. The government wants India to be a leader in artificial intelligence. 500 crore is being set aside to create AI centers for education, agriculture, health, and sustainable cities. AI is a huge deal, and India needs both the right infrastructure and the talent pool, mainly the talent to succeed in this field. Number five, support for MSMEs. Micro, small, and medium enterprises are getting better credit guarantees. The government has doubled the limit for collateral-free credit to 20 crore, making it easier for small businesses to grow. Lower customs and tariffs. The government is slashing customs duties on a bunch of goods, including the essential minerals, capital goods for electric vehicles, and life-saving medicines. This will help both businesses and people in need of medical treatment. Infrastructure investment. The government is investing 130 billion in infrastructure, which includes building roads, railways, and ports. This is to create jobs and drive economic growth. Number eight, FDI, foreign direct investment. FDI limits in the insurance sector have been removed, meaning foreign companies can now invest up to 100% in Indian insurance. Number nine, fiscal deficit and government spending. The government spending still exceeds earnings, and the fiscal deficit stands at 4.8%. But they plan to bring it down to 4.4% next year. Number 10, new priorities. The government is focusing on 6 key areas: taxation, power, urban development, the financial sector, mining, and regulatory reforms. These will drive future growth and bring transformational changes. So what does this budget mean? The government is changing this approach because the global landscape is more challenging than ever before. Globalization is losing its appeal, and geopolitics is influencing trade. India has faced some setbacks, but its growth story is far from over. This budget is a sign that the government is ready to take on these challenges and lead the country into a new era.